Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Relationship Stories. Today, one person is asking us, am I wrong for being mad at my girlfriend for waiting to have a thing with me despite her having an one night stand with someone else before even meeting me? But before we give our judgment, let's hear the full story from his side. Hello everyone, me, male 25 and my girlfriend, female 22 are dating for 4 weeks now. It's going well so far. She is a very kind, loving person and I enjoy spending time with her. I'm very attracted to her and we do cuddle a lot, but we did not have intercourse yet. A few days ago, we talked about that. She told me she wanted to wait a little longer to have it with me, which is fine per se, but I also know that she had 2 one night stands plus 2 relationships before meeting me. So I wonder why she gave her body away so easily to a few men before me, but wants to wait now. It's not like I expect her to have it on the first date, nor do I want to pressure her into anything. But I have to admit, I'm a kind of mad at her for waiting to have intercourse. Despite giving it away easily before meeting me, I talked to my female friend about this topic. She is a very close friend. I know her since my childhood. She told me that my thinking may be a little weird and accused me of viewing women like machines that hand it out and yes thing as a prize that is given to men rather than women enjoying it for themselves. She added that there are 2 different reasons to why women may want to wait. My friend is liberal leaning and a bit of feminist and I don't really agree with her, to be honest. Am I wrong for having such feelings, guys? My opinion about this issue is, yes, you may be wrong for feeling angry with your girlfriend for choosing to wait to have a thing with you. It's important to remember that everyone has their own timeline and preferences when it comes to sexual intimacy. Your girlfriend's past sexual experiences do not determine when she should have the S thing with you, and it's not fair to compare yourself to her previous partners. Additionally, your friend makes a valid point that women should not be viewed as machines that hand out yes thing or that yes thing is a prize for men. Yes thing is a mutual decision and should be enjoyed by both partners. It's important to respect your girlfriend's boundaries and choices when it comes to sexual intimacy. Overall, it's important to communicate with your girlfriend about your feelings in a respectful and understanding manner. It's okay to express your concerns or confusion, but it's important to do so without placing blame or pressure on her. Now we will see what our friends thinking about this issue. Our friend once said, "You are wrong and your friend is right." Consider this, maybe your girlfriend actually cares about you and the relationship does not feel as pressured or uncomfortable about asking to wait because she trusts you. Because she wants this relationship to work and it won't if she is having yes thing with you before she is ready. She is not giving it to those other dudes she may not have wanted to. She may have done those things for an abundance of reasons and truly none of them matter. What matters is she is not ready with you. End of story. So you wait patiently and stop putting pressure. I am sure you are subconsciously putting on or you leave. Our friend too said, yes, you are wrong at being mad. You are not owed yes thing within a certain time just because of her past. Whatever happened previously has no bearing on the situation between you two. And she can autonomously decide what works best for her and not merely handing it out just because she had one night stands previously. So you have to be rewarded accordingly. The next story is, am I wrong for making my sister's perfect boyfriend leaving my parents' home? And also I hate my sister's boyfriend because he is so nice to my parents. My sister Kate, 38 female, has been seeing Dave, 40s female, for 3 or 4 years now. They met during COVID, so we never really spent so much time with him. So it feels like less. She never really seems to have gotten out of the honeymoon phase because she never shuts up about him. None of it particularly impressive, it's just normal stuff. He owns his own home, he drives a nice car, her kids likes him, it's all so basic things. My dad and I used to bond over making fun of him. He works an IT job from home, and my dad always thinks office workers are soft. Over time, David has sucked up to my dad. He built dad a barbecue pit and set up some cameras around his house. He did a few home repairs for my parents' house, and now my dad treats him like the son he never had. They go fishing together, which my dad has never shown any interest in before. My husband has gone a few times and says he always feels like a third wheel even though my dad has known him since high school. The incident happened the other day. My daughter, 6 months old, has been going through a fussy phase. She just cries constantly and won't sleep for more than an hour. My family were having a party and I asked my mother to take the baby because I just wanted a break from the crying 3 inches from here and lie down. I ended up sleeping for 4 hours and came down to find goddamned Dave holding my baby. I quickly took my baby back to feed her and she started crying again after the bottle finished. My mom said to give her to Dave because he was able to soothe her the last time. I said no. I didn't want someone who was not family holding her. My mom tried to argue, but it's my choice and I didn't want him anywhere near her. My mom must have said something to Kate because they left soon after and Kate was glaring at me. Most of my family think I am wrong, even though I didn't actually ask them to leave. I think I was perfectly in my rights to not want him to hold my baby. My opinion about this issue is, yes, you may be wrong for making your sister's boyfriend leave your parents' home because you did not want him holding your baby. It's understandable to have concerns about who holds your baby, but it sounds like your family has a good relationship with Dave and trust him. It's not fair to make him leave just because you don't want him holding your baby. Additionally, it seems like your dislike for Dave is influencing your behavior towards him. Making fun of him with your dad and belittling his accomplishments is not respectful or fair. It's important to treat others with kindness and respect, even if you don't particularly like them. Overall, it's important to communicate your concerns and boundaries in a respectful manner if you're not uncomfortable with someone holding your baby. It's okay to express that, but it's not fair to make someone leave because of it. Now we will see what our friends think about this issue. You are wrong. You are mad at Dave for having makings to be a good son-in-law and a helpful brother-in-law. You don't like him for what reason now? That he met your sister during COVID, or he has a nice office job? What that your sister is still in the honeymoon phase after 4 years? There is something missing. Either you can't stand anyone else in the family, having a good partner, or you have some unresolved self-esteem jealousy issues. What you posted doesn't make sense for why you are upset or so against Dave. Our friend too said, you are wrong. You don't have to let anyone hold your baby if you are not comfortable with it. But aside from that, as far as I can tell from this post, you seem to just kind of dislike this guy for no real reason. He sounds like you're nice, decent dude and your family seems to like him. You said that he and your sister met during COVID, so you don't really know him. Maybe try getting to know him. The next story is, am I wrong for forcing my daughter to be a parent? I, 45 female, am a wife to 45 male and mother to 5 boys and 2 stepsons. I also have 1 daughter. Ever since my oldest son, 29 male, and his wife, 20 female, moved in a couple of months ago, my daughter, 15 female, has been very troublesome and seems to have a problem with everything. For example, when my daughter-in-law and oldest son moved back in, daughter had to now share a room, which she was unhappy with, and she claims she is treated unfair and unequal. A few weeks ago, my daughter-in-law gave birth to her beautiful baby boy. Obviously, having a newborn is very stressful for her, so me and my daughter-in-law asked my daughter to start helping with baby. My daughter was fine with this at first, but then she started to slack off with helping with baby. I told her she needed to step up more and my daughter got mad at me. She claimed that we were making her take care of the baby every day after she came home from school. She was the one who had to feed him mostly. She was like a third parent to the baby, and that me and daughter-in-law were forcing her to take care of the baby 24/7. This upset my daughter-in-law badly, and I admit I got mad at my daughter, so I did ground her and told her that if she thinks she is a third parent, I will make her one and move her and baby into your room together. Me and daughter-in-law also told her taking care of baby is a good practice because she will have kids in the future. But my daughter said she didn't want them. But my daughter-in-law said that it's a phase that she is going to see in the future. I think I really upset her because she just stood there not staying and then she left. I think I might have gone too far with a lecture, but she was being disrespectful, and so am I wrong for doing this, guys? My opinion about this issue is, OP, yes, you were wrong. It's not fair to force your daughter to take on the responsibility of parenting a newborn. She is still a child herself and should not expected to take care of someone else's baby. It's understandable that you and your daughter-in-law would appreciate some help, but it's not your daughter's job to provide it. Furthermore, threatening to move your daughter into your room with a baby as punishment is not a reasonable or appropriate consequence for not wanting to take on such a significant responsibility. It's important to communicate with your daughter and find a solution that works for everyone, rather than resorting into punishments. Yeah, also, pressuring your daughter to have children in the future is not helpful or appropriate. It's important to respect her wishes and allow her to make her own decisions about whether or not to have children in the future. Now we will see what our friends think about this issue. You are wrong. You need to step it up and stop enabling your son and daughter-in-law's mooching. Your child doesn't need to be parenting a baby that is not hers. There is no acceptable reason for your 15-year-old daughter to be solely caring for a nephew every single afternoon. Time for the parents to do their job. Our friend too said, you are wrong. It's not her child. Why should she have to take care of it when she didn't choose to have it? She has school, friends, hobbies, a life of her own. You take care of it. Don't volunteer your daughter to do it. I bet you don't get your sons to look after it, do you? So you are sexist as well. If she wanted an experience in raising children, then she should have volunteered or taken up babysitting. Dismissing that she does not want children is also an a-hole move. You and your daughter-in-law sucks.